Hi, welcome, welcome back to Spirit-Seer Tarot. Um, I'm George, and all my subscribers, I thank you so much for tuning in and checking me out. See what Spirit's got for you this week. Um, I've done a moon reading because it's the half moon or it's the third quarter, which is a half moon. It's a wonderful time to release and let things go. I also did, I'm going to talk about the half moon or third quarter moon in a minute, but I also did our favorite. I did another coffee cup reading, and boy, does it have a lot to tell you. You know, and I also done a regular tarot reading, card reading. But what I wanted to say to you is that all of you, I'm here in Mexico, and I have a lot of expat friends who are from all over the world. I'd like you to tell me where you're at. Let me know where you're at, and what do you think about comment on some of this stuff that I'm doing. Do you like it, or do I need to do anything else? And what did you like, and what didn't you like? If you want, doesn't matter. Um, but I want you to look at it and see. You know, this particular reading, thank you, kind spirit, is for all you expats, I'm here in Mexico, but we're all over the world. We've left and moved, and retirees and young folks, and nomads. And uh, this reading is especially for you if you're not in your home country right now. Um, this particular reading is for you. And Spirit keeps telling me to do more of them, with for people who are not in their home country right now, moved and don't want to go back or do want to go back. This particular reading, my goodness, Spirit was just all over me to say that. So let's get started, and if you like it, if anything resonates with you, please punch a like and subscribe. I have a website and I'd like you to visit that too, because I offer a lot of other things. I do a couple other things that you might be interested in. Okay, so let me get started. Let's start with the coffee cup reading. I'm always, every time I look at it, everybody tells me I didn't see that. you know, well, I I see things in the cup that most people don't see. I see it. Well, like today, I did this reading, and it's a buffalo. Can you see that buffalo? Mm, right at the bottom of the cup, almost at the side of the bottom. Can you see it? Okay. At the, what that buffalo means to me is that he's forwarding ahead. He's on the move. He's like on a rush. Getting ready to, once he gets started. It's hard for them to turn around. They keep going. It looks to me like on the backside of him, he's got a carrying a family, trying to not go or holding him back, trying to. But he's got it and he's gone with it. It might be a she, but like a baby. Can you see the little baby? And another one kind of coming out of there. Or he's just dragging him along, but he's going straight up towards that star there. You know that means the star means to me. Hey, dream on, do it. You can do it. And the buffalo, what that represents to me, it's on the move. They're gonna go get it. So whoever you are out there, just know that ain't nothing gonna stop you right now. The cup is saying you're going. And it's also what's really, really interesting is that his head is right over the planet, with the symbol for the planet Saturn. Um, Saturn is all about self-discipline, self-will. You push your hard work. This Buffalo has been really working hard, and obviously ain't nothing stopping him because he's pulling everybody along with him if they want to go or not. He's determined. Okay, that's this cup reading. Okay, and I'm go so far as to say I feel like whatever he decides to do, he's going to do it. Looks to me also like I turn it around there. Looks like he's walking all over alligator or something and got his family with him too. Hmm. How's that? Okay. Now, that was just a coffee cup reading. Remember that because I also did a moon reading. You know, this time of month, what the moon's all about is it's a time to release and let go. You know, of stuff, anything that's holding you back, that's binding you, or that you don't know. You know, in the moon cycle, what kind of happens is that good things happen, bad things happen, but the moon is cyclical. You know, it phase. It's got 8, 9 phases. Bottom line is that you know some things you hold on to and didn't get rid of, and all of them aren't positive. Just the course of a month. You know, good things and bad things happen, but anything that's binding you, or how would you say negatively affecting you, you need to let it go. This is the time that you can let it go. You know, just really say no more, let go and let God, go forward. However you say it to yourself, you got to let that stuff go if you're going to move forward. This buffalo is telling you right there that, hey, ain't nothing stopping you. You know, sometimes all we have to do is really, first time in the first part of the month, when a new moon comes, is what it is that you need to make intent, know what you want. But to get to that, you need to let these things go, whatever's been holding you back all month, or continually every time, even if you have to do it every month, just if you didn't get rid of it and it's still holding you back, do it again. Say, make your affirmation, say, uh, anything that's not serving me well, I let it go right now. You just go ahead and do it. Just move forward. You can do this. This person, whoever you are out there, ooh, thank you, kind spirit. Uh, you've got a lot of intuition and stuff, and if you listen to that little voice, you're gonna move forward. Because this buffalo ain't playing. He's determined, and he's not no little bitty buffalo. You see, taking up half the cup. Mm-hmm. So you're strong-willed right at the moment. Do it. Okay. The cups the cards I drew from, shuffled them and meditated and prayed over these moon deck. And one of the things about the moon deck is that it's telling you about where you're at right now. Even though the moon is in a quarter moon, third quarter, this is where you're at. So this card is the first card I pulled, and it's what you need to let go. Can you see that? So we are just talking about releasing stuff because this is the time of month to do that. Let it go so you can get ready to put new intentions and new beginnings when the new moon comes, which comes, we're almost halfway. Oh yeah, we're along the way. It won't be too long, another week or 2 weeks, I think. It's going to be a new moon. Okay, so here you go. This is what it's saying. It says you need to release this, but it says balance spirituality and practicality. Okay. Oh, this cup. Oh, thank you, kind spirit. You see, this cup is telling you, this buffalo is pulling all this stuff behind him. And this is what this card is telling you, that, you need to balance your spirituality and your practicality. This is what that cup is also telling you. Look, no matter what, you keep moving forward. But in order to do that, what do you need to do? This is what you need to let go. Let go of all that negative stuff and all the baggage you're carrying along with you. Even though you're pulling it, you're pulling it along, but you're moving much faster if you just kind of listen to that quiet voice, because this card is all about your intuition, and balancing the two of the things. Okay. So that's the start of that card. That's what they're talking about. Then the second card I pulled on that, what will help you do that? Okay. Knowing that everything is in divine order. This is the way I read this card. I might say something a little bit different. But you have to walk on faith a little bit, believe in yourself and everything else, and know you and your loved ones are safe. Okay? That's what will help you. If you just have a little confidence in yourself, knowing that everything is in divine order anyway. Divine order, divine time, things happen when they're supposed to happen. That's what that card's telling. This moon reading, ooh, it's beautiful. Just, mm. Okay. This third card here is about what would help you to accept it. Accept this. It's time to take action. You know, in order for you to do this, you got to take some action. This buffalo here ain't playing. This buffalo saying, look, I'm going to do it anyway. Well, whenever you need to get started, this is what this card is saying. And it will help you, but you need to accept and surrender all that negative stuff. Let it go. Let it go and just go ahead and walk on. Take a leap of faith. That's what I think. That's what Spirit is telling me, as a matter of fact. Just go ahead and take a leap of faith. I don't know what this venture, whatever you're trying to do out there. I don't know if you're trying to start a business, and a whole bunch of folks is trying to hold you back, or, sometimes you just get in this negative kind of thing and thinking that you can't do it. Well, this reading is what I'm picking up here is that it's all about you can do it. And I feel like, how did Obama used to say that? Yes, you can. Yes, we can. You can do it. And look at this. I keep going back to this cup. This cup keeps telling you, look, you can do it. Just push forward and go ahead and do it and head for the star. You see that? That's where he's headed. Right over. It's going to take you a little hard work and stuff, but you can do this. So what is it that you're trying to do? Write me and tell me what I just want to know. Not write me, but just text me and put a little comment down there. What are you trying to do? Because Spirit is telling you all day, all your spirits and guides, anybody that's listening to this channel, all you expats out there, if you're trying to do something, don't let nobody hold you back, because you can do it. Hey, we're here now. Thank you. Nothing will come of this situation. This is kind of the conclusion. Nothing to come of this situation if you don't do something, okay? I don't know what kind of situation you're in. You need to move, or, you need to let somebody go. But obviously, this situation, if you don't do nothing about it, and the cup is telling you what to do, just a little hard work and keep on your... Sometimes you need to keep things to yourself. I'm asking you to tell me, but you don't have to tell me. Just tell me that. Tell me what it is you're trying to do. But whatever it is, you can do it. But you just need to know that it's a little hard work, and you're just going to have to push forward. And you can do it. You got the buffalo, free will, and the willpower to do it. Now, going a little bit further, guess what I did? I did an angel. I love my angels all around me, and I done an angel tarot card reading for you. So let's get started with that. Again, please, if anything resonates with you, give me a like and subscribe. Let me know, so I can continue to do this. I enjoy it, and when Spirit gets on me, I can't help myself anyway. I do it anyway. So here we go. This first card I pulled was the Page of Raphael. It's like the cups in the regular tarot. But this is kind of you. This is the situation that we're around. It's the Page of Raphael. I don't know if emotional stuff has been bothering you. You're worried about people back home or whatever. But this is a very good card, because this kind of describes you. This is kind of where you're at right now. You're obviously kind of a gentle person. You're full of emotions, and really you got a lot of intuition. So regarding this relationship or whatever's going on back home or wherever you are, if you get carrying it with you like this Buffalo's doing right here, he ain't even playing. He can carry everything with him. He's going to go. He's going forward. This card is a message. It's a message to you that, listen to that intuition and go ahead and move forward. Page is bringing you a message. That's you. You know what it is you want to do. That's the message that you're carrying. Uh, that deep down inside, or when you get quiet and your higher self is telling you to go ahead and do this. I don't know why I want to say, is it you're trying to open a business, or you can be emotional and happy about a whole bunch of things. They don't have to be somebody dragging you down or anything. This is a good card. It's saying that something's good. Well, I don't know if it's a relationship, it's your relationship with spirit, or because this card here, start off with saying you need to balance this and practicality. So you need to get quiet by yourself and you get some answers. You just ask that voice inside of you, that inner self, that higher self. When you get quiet and you get rid of all that noise and negative stuff, you just kind of take a deep breath and hold it in just for a minute, and then you let it go slowly. And as you do, release all that negativity and stuff. Let it go, blow it out. And boy, watch and see what happens. Because then you get a chance to listen to the higher self. You got to get there. But this card here is telling you the message is inside of you. You got a message. That's what Spirit's telling me. You know what it is. I do want to know, but you ain't got to tell me. Tell me, I know you're going to do it. I can tell you that, whatever it is. The answer is inside of you, but you need to know these cards are telling you that you can do it. Okay? And the next card is, this is really good. Okay. This is the basis of the situation. This is the wheel. It's like the Wheel of Fortune in the regular tarot deck. Okay. The wheel, this guy is telling you it's a new beginning. You know what this is. You know what you're trying to do. This is a go, 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 thing. It's almost time to take action. Well, whatever you pick, you need to pick. But it's a victory card. It's a new beginning. It's a end of delay. Whatever you was waiting for to happen, it just now it's time to go and move it. You got to move across the country that you're in, or whatever you were planning. Open a business. Why I want to say that, but that's what I keep getting. You want to open a business or something. Quit delaying and putting it off, procrastinating, because this is the Wheel of Fortune. It's going around. You can do it any way you want to, but this is when you take a chance. You take a leap of faith, is what I'd say. If you're going to do it, this is the way to do it. And then this becomes a very good card. You can sit up and procrastinate, but it's your choice. It's a chance for you to do a new beginning. And that's what your heart is telling you. This card is telling you, that's your heart telling you that deep emotional thing. You should do this. I can almost see you out there. You can see me. I can see you in spirit, kind of, this person, whoever you are out there listening to me. And remember, if you're getting anything out of this, please punch a like and comment. Tell me what you did get. Did you resonate with you? Okay. Now, this is card here is telling you, this is the basis of the whole thing. You've been working hard. You got it. That's, again, go back to the buffalo. You've been working really hard at something, in your mind or whatever. Not so much in your mind as you actually put some work out, putting feelers out and whatever. But this card is saying, okay, you got all that. It's time to move forward. Okay? You can do it, and this is important communication. Okay, immediate results. Oh, okay. All this work and stuff that you've been doing in your mind, you getting some answers real quick here. Plus you got the wheel card. How would you say? Somebody's gonna come up to you, or you already know who it is, and they've already kind of said, but you put the work in, and it's time to something immediately is going to kind of happen real soon around whatever this project is that you got, even if it's a love relationship. But I don't feel like it's love. I think it's uh, work. You put some work in, save some money, and you're ready to spend it, or somebody's gonna give you some money on the business. Something along those lines. This is where it's coming from. Now this other card here. This is the knight. You got three knights. Well, knights is all about action. This here is the Knight of Cups. Knight, like the big knight, like going out to war. Well, this is the love. It's romantic, dramatic. He's poetic. You know, I want to say here. You know, this you got a love for this business or something that you're really feeling good about it, and do it. You've got this good feeling, and it may be a relationship. I don't know what it's a relationship of something, but I want to say it's about business. But for some of you, it may be about love and relationship. Maybe you met somebody. This is telling you, these two cards here are both about cups and stuff, and it's about emotions and so forth. I don't know, maybe because of this buffalo and carrying all this load with him, maybe a new relationship, or you're gonna have to do something about this relationship. Either carry it with you or let it go. But this is a good card about emotions and stuff. Whatever's gonna make you feel good, whatever floats your boat. Kind of, this is what I'm gonna say about it. If it floats your boat, do it. Let it go or keep it. Okay. Then this is where you're at right now about it. This is equivalent to the Hermit card. It's a light. This angel's got a light. So, if you got a light, in other words, soul spiritual song, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. But you're kind of quiet about the whole thing right now, and you maybe need to look at it twice. Look at it, make sure you know what you want to do, but you're not. This is where you're at right at the moment, at right now. Kind of in that hermit mood where just leave me alone. I'm working on it. I'm thinking about it. Well, these cards are telling you make a move soon. Okay. But this is where you're at right now, and it's very strong. And it's about spiritual growth as well, because this keeps coming up. You may need to do something, whatever I want to say, whatever floats your boat. But some kind of way you need to address being practical with balancing your spirituality. Spirituality, we're not talking about religion, but just some place where you can maybe meditate a minute or take a run and sit down and, do a little yoga, whatever you need to do. But you need to do it on a regular basis, because otherwise you get all, thank you, kind spirit, whoever you are out there. Spirit is saying you get all frustrated and anxious and depressed, and you're going through all these emotions and stuff. But this is a chance for this particular time of the month and what's coming up on this business stuff. You need to take a breath and try to maybe make you a little spiritual program for yourself. I'm not talking about religion. I don't care what religion you are, but you and getting in touch with the source, that quiet time where you can really look at your higher self. God's good to you. Woo! That's what this means to me. And this is why you need to take the time to do just what I'm talking about. And you know how to do what I'm saying. Okay, you really do, because this card is telling me that that you, where did that go? Okay, anyway, the page, okay. You're a highly intuitive person, and you got a lot of insight into yourself. So, listen to yourself. Be confident about what spirit is telling you. And when I say spirit is telling you, what that quiet higher self inside of you is telling you. All the answers are really coming coming to you rather rapidly right through now. Ooh, thank you. This reading is really nice. Mm. You're getting all these like boom bursts of information or thought. It's a kind of comes to you like thought. Thoughts are things, so you have to be careful what you're thinking about. You direct those. You can make intent. The only reality is yours, and so as long as you know that, then you can do a whole lot. In other words, your thoughts are yours, not somebody else's. So you have to be careful what you think because thoughts are things. Okay. That's what this card's all about. Whoa, it's good. So this is where you're at right now. You're contemplating or not so much procrastinating, but you don't listen to nobody else right now. You need to listen to yourself. Okay. Now, this card here, okay, represents kind of what's in the near future. Money, you know, uh, you know, I'm gonna read it to you. There is much to be accomplished. Make a very detailed plan. Okay. All right. Okay, you know what you want to do, but you need to write it down just for you. Write it down, detail exactly what you want to do, because you're going to get a message here real soon from somebody saying, okay, like a sudden blessing. I want to say it's a blessing, some kind of way to give you some direction. But you need to write down while you're in this hermit mood here. Write down in detail exactly what you want to do. You make intent and move forward. This card is telling you, hey, you got it and gone with it. You got enough change or money, however you want to call it, financial backing to do what you need to do. It's there waiting for you to use it. Okay? You know what I'm talking about. You know where it's at. You know how to get it. Boom. This is not a problem. Put on your armor and get ready to go. Okay. Now this one here. Okay, this is Gabriel. Gabriel is about, well, this is the Queen of Gabriel. It's kind of like the wand, I believe. Okay, it's all about action, and you can do this. Hard work and uh, whoa, the card actually says it. You can do anything right now that you uh, go after what you want. That's what I was just telling you. In other words, make you some intent because it's coming up. The new moon is coming up. By the time the new moon comes up in about 2 weeks or so, you better be ready. Like to make start getting rid of the old and on with the new. And you know exactly what I mean by that. Like this stuff that's been dragging you down, holding you down. Either, you know, this is the most wonderful time for you to kind of let it go. Surrender is one of your cards was telling me. Surrender and accept that, that you can do anything that you want to. This card is telling you for sure. If you make up your mind, you make intent, uh, put it in action, visualize it, however you do that, which you know how to manifest. Whoever this person is here, all of you out there that's listening to this channel, you can do this. You just have to manifest. You want to manifest something. What do? First of all, you got to think about it and know what you want to. Write it down. When the thoughts come to you, you're gonna build a new train, whatever it is, move across town, open a restaurant, whatever it is that you want to do. And we're all over the world now. So when you do this, know that you can do it. Do it with confidence and move forward because this card is telling you can do anything that you want to do. You got to where you're at right now because you did do just what I'm talking about. So do it again, repeat it. If it worked for you, do it again. If it didn't work for you, this is the time to let that go. All right? That's what this card is telling me. Now, And this is your hopes and fears. You're worried about some money and stuff. Can I do it or not? Quit being so. I can't do this. You can do anything that you want to do. That's what this card said. This card here is your environment, and what is it really like, and what is your hopes and fears? In other words, well, your hopes is this card is telling you that uh, your plans, if you're working out, they're working out for you. They are working out. Okay, you just need to write them down and be very confident. This is saying that they're working out for you, and this is a Pentacles. Pentacles are gift financially, usually money. To me, it's money or wealth or uh, abundance. Okay, so this card is telling you got all that. So it's all around you to do it, and then the outcome of all this reading. Do you see that? It's a chariot. The chariot. That means willpower. By sheer willpower, you got all your stuff packed, ready to go. When I say it like that, you see the angel on top of that horse. You see it? You know, spiritually, emotionally, and everything, don't matter what, you're going to go forward. You're going to move. And willpower, if it ain't nothing but sheer willpower, you'll make it. And especially if you take advice, you've worked hard for this. You didn't get there, you didn't get to where you're at by not doing anything. So whenever you get done contemplating and figuring out and making your plans, move forward. This is a beautiful reading. I hope you enjoyed doing this as much as I did. Ooh, thank you, kind spirit. So if you're out there and you enjoy this message and from spirit and all my angels and interdimensional beings that come to me sometime and they talk to me and tell me to do these readings, I go ahead and do them. So I hope it helped you a little bit. If it did, if you got anything out of it, please check a like and subscribe. And even better than that, God bless you. The source be with you. And even better than that, I missed you already. So check it out below, description below, so you can visit my website. I'd love that very much. And I'm with you right here in spirit. I'm always with everybody that's listening to me. Thank you.